hot and bothered, baby. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Welcome. Ooh. Hit the like button. Whoop, whoop. Test. Yes, Lizzie Pop. Who's an emotional mess? Tom Tingles. Creepypasta channel. Creepypasta channel. Creepypasta channel. Agenda. Agenda Ska. Lucy Pop. Wolf Owls at Scully. Hey, hair bag. One more time. Jonica. Jonica Ska. Emma's adventure. Test. I just bite her. The music bite her. They're coming in. Share it out. Unbothered baby. Losing my mind. Don't try to save me. Tonight we're going to be reading something that I wrote. Whispers in the Motor City. Whispers in the Motor City. Hey, Nora. How you doing? The Bud Files. It's the Bud Files, and it's the Bud Files. I'm in a trance. Airbag, what's up, buddy? Hardback or soft cover? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Airbag. Thumbs. Hello, peoples. Pretty wild story I wrote. I mean, it's not long. It's a short story. It's, 9 pages, whatever. Stock Explorer. I'd like to welcome you to the House of Words. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels, other works in the public domain, and submissions from people like you. I'm so glad when my left earbud starts working. I'll be so glad when my left earbud starts working. Just sweet, just sweet. What's up, darling? That's sweet. Oh my God. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Been waiting on you to get here. They're sweet, Izzy. Brain tingles again. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Boom, chicka rock. Ska, 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 ska. And a tingle, tingle, tingle. And a tingle, tingle. Boom, boom, chicka, meow. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Ska, 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 ska. Listen to the sound of my voice. Boom, boom. Hair back, hair back. It's just sweet, just sweet. Missed you guys. Ska, 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 ska. Boom, boom. Ska, 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 boom, boom, boom. Check it. Ska. Oh, the horror, the horror. Tomska, 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 Tomska. Izzy Pop. Whispers in the Motor City. Once in the heart of Detroit, a city known for its gritty streets and hidden secrets, Detective Jack Callahan found himself immersed in a web of darkness. It was a night like any other in the Motor City, where the neon lights flickered like stars in the concrete sky, casting eerie shadows on the rain-soaked streets. But little did Jack know that this night would lead him on down a twisted path, one filled with secrets, lies, and whispers that sent shivers down his spine. As he walked through the labyrinthine alleys, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. His footsteps echoed like distant thunder, mingling with the rhythmic patter of raindrops on his fedora. He had seen it all in his years as a detective. Something about this case gnawed at him like a relentless predator. Boom, boom, chicka-rah. Ska, 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 ska. Johnny Small. It's Valerie. Welcome, darling. Don't let me miss anybody. Blood Draco. Hey, Izzy Pod. This one's for you, darling. Tingle, 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 tingle. Ska, 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 ska. 5 skas for you. Ska, 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 ska. Hair back. The case began with a single photograph, an anonymous envelope left on his desk at the precinct. The black and white image showed a dilapidated house, its windows shattered and its facade worn down by time. It was a place that held secrets, secrets that someone desperately wanted to bury. Question gnawed at Jack's mind. Why send this to him, and why now? With nothing but a photograph as a clue, Jack ventured into the heart of Detroit's underworld. His first stop was at Smokey Joe's, a jazz joint where the air was thick with smoke and the sultry notes of a saxophone whispered through the haze. Jack knew that if there were answers to be found, they often hid in the smoky corners of places like these. Sitting at the bar, Jack ordered a bourbon and waited for the right moment to ask about the photograph. Bartender, a grizzled man with a scar running down his cheek, finally leaned in close. "You looking for answers, detective?" Jack nodded, his eyes never leaving the photograph he had placed on the counter. "I need to know what happened in that house." The bartender's eyes darted around, making sure no one was listening. "They say it's cursed, that anyone who enters never comes out the same. But if you want to know more, you should talk to Eddie. Eddie the Rat." He's got a history with that place. Eddie the Rat, a low-level informant with a penchant for telling half-truths and riddles. Jack's next lead. He found Eddie in the dimly lit alley, huddled in the shadows like a rat seeking refuge. I heard you've been at that house, Jack said, his voice low, filled with urgency. Eddie's eyes darted nervously. Curiosity got the better of him. Yeah, I've been there, but I ain't going back. Jack leaned in closer. Tell me everything, Eddie. This is bigger than both of us. And so Eddie began to speak, his words painting a macabre picture of what lay hidden within the walls of that cursed house. He spoke strange symbols etched into the floor, whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. And of the darkness that clung to the place like a malevolent specter. As Jack listened, he couldn't help but wonder if he was chasing a ghost or something far more sinister. The whispers in Motor City were growing louder, and Jack knew that he was getting closer to the truth. But the closer he got, the more dangerous it became. Now, Detective Jack Callahan stands at the precipice of a mystery that could consume him whole. Photographs just the beginning. And the city of Detroit holds its secrets tight. Will he uncover the truth, or will he become another lost soul in the shadows of the Motor City? Oh, I just saw that, Anna. Thank you. Anna just submitted a story. Read it. I'm gonna read it. Valerie Tingle, 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 Tingle. Sweet Tingle. It's just sweet. Not sweet, but just sweet. Now we have chapter 2. We have chapter 2 for you. What's going on in there?
Ain't nothing. Nothing but a thing. Listening to Scully a little bit.
We have to chapter 2. We have to chapter 2. Thank you for the donation, Izzy. My voice feels good tonight. I didn't get too crazy. I finally was able to get the PDF version of that. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Vi ska get right on it. Just sweet tingles. Tingle brain. Shall we have to smoke for the chapter 2? Ich kein Ambition. Ich kann whispers in the motor city. Whispers, whispers. Oh, the horror, the horror. Ska, 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 ska. Wake up. Night cold sweat. Boom, boom. Move. 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 Be miss, be miss, be miss, be miss, be miss. Producer Jim, Scott, producer Scott, Jim, BC Treasure, BC. As Detective Jack Callahan delved deeper into the enigma of the cursed house, the whispers in the Motor City led him to a revelation that sent a chill down his spine. It was a name that sent shivers through the underworld. A name whispered in hushed tones, spoken only in the darkest corners of the city. Antoine Leclerc. Antoine Leclerc, notorious mobster from the bayous of New Orleans, was no ordinary criminal. He was rumored to have roots in voodoo, and his dark reputation preceded him. Whispers spoke of his uncanny ability to play with people's minds, to bend their wills to his own sinister desires. Jack's investigation had led him to a network of informants and underworld figures who feared Leclerc's name. They spoke strange rituals held in the dead of night, of voodoo dolls and potions that could control a person's very thoughts. What intrigued Jack the most? What intrigued Jack the most? Was the rumor that Leclerc was building a consortium of soldiers, each one bound to him by an unbreakable spell. The news had spread like wildfire through the Detroit underworld. The mere mention of Antoine Leclerc sent shockwaves of fear. What did the mobster from New Orleans want with the Motor City? And why was he gathering an army of loyal followers? Jack couldn't ignore the connection between the cursed house and Leclerc's sinister plans. Oh, he believed that the key to unraveling the mystery lay within its walls. But to confront a mobster with ties to voodoo was like dancing with the devil himself. Ska, 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 ska. As he continued his investigation, Jack couldn't help but wonder about the nature of the whispers that had plagued him from the beginning. Were they the whispers of restless souls trapped in LeClaire's malevolent grasp? Or were they something more? Manifestation of the darkness that clung to the lobster's very essence. One night, as the rain fell in torrents and the city seemed to hold its breath, Jack found himself standing before the cursed house. The eerie symbols on the floor seemed to pulse with a life of their own. And the whispers grew louder, more insistent. The air was heavy with the scent of incense and the flicker of candles. Jack ventured deeper, each step taking him further into the heart of darkness. Then he saw him. Antoine LeClaire, figure cloaked in shadows. His eyes filled with a malevolence that sent a shiver down Jack's.
Detective Callahan, I've been expecting you.
Jack could feel the weight of LeClaire's voodoo magic pressing down on him, but he refused, I'm here to stop whatever game you're playing, LeClaire. Detroit wants to be your stomping grounds.
Detective, you have no idea what you're up against. My consortium is growing, and soon the Motor City will belong to me.
Jack stood his ground, his eyes locked on LeClaire's, refusing to be ensnared by the voodoo master's malevolent magic. LeClaire's lips curled into a sinister smile as he continued to weave his dark incantations.
You think you can spot me? You're just a pawn in my grand design.
Jack's heart pounded like the rhythm of a tribal drum, but he couldn't let fear overtake him. He knew that the city's fate rested in his hands. You underestimate the power of justice. That's right, LeClaire. Detroit won't bow to your voodoo tricks. As the tension in the cursed house escalated, Jack noticed something unusual. A collection of voodoo dolls lined a nearby shelf, each one representing a different person. One doll stood out from the rest. A doll with Jack's own face, pins sticking out of it. LeClaire had been toying with his mind, manipulating his actions from afar. Newfound determination, Jack lunged at LeClaire, knocking the voodoo master off balance. The voodoo doll went flying and the pins fell from it, clattering to the floor. The spell brown. The spell bound was broken. The battle was far from over. LeClaire unleashed a torrent of voodoo magic, hurling objects and curses at Jack. The cursed house itself seemed to come alive. furniture moving of its own volition. Jack reached for a nearby candle and hurled it at Claire's feet, the flames erupting into a barrier. Your magic won't save you now, LeClaire. LeClaire's face contorted with rage as he vanished into the shadows, leaving the cursed house in an eerie silence. Chapter 2. You like? Hey, Johnny T. Johnny. Ska. Be miss. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. It's great to see you. This is Whispers in the Motor City, written by Scully, the author that reads to you. How's everybody doing tonight? Sagenta. Thumbs up, says Sagenta. Doing great. How about you? Doing all right. Tales told in the dark. Tales told in the dark. Ska. Tales told in the dark. As he walked through the rain-soaked streets of Detroit, Jack couldn't help but wonder about the extent of LeClaire's reach and the true nature of the consortium he was building. The battle was far from won, and Jack knew he'd have to dive deeper into the heart of darkness to uncover the truth. A year had passed since Detective Jack Callahan's harrowing encounter with Antoine LeClaire, the voodoo mobster who had cast a sinister spell over him. In that time, the Motor City had been plagued by a relentless string of murders, each one more gruesome than the last. The whispers in the Motor City had grown louder, and Jack had reached his wit's end. The New Orleans mobster was elusive, to say the least. Hey, Marlene. Ska, 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 ska. It's time to relax. It's Marlene. Ska, 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 ska. Johnny Small Pepper. How you doing, BC? That's what I'm going to do to Nugget with the pins. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, right. Oh, the horror. How you doing, Marlene? I'm reading something that I wrote. Just a short story I wrote yesterday. It's funny, is it? Haunted by nightmares and consumed by the voodoo curse, Jack knew that he had to break free from the dark grip that held him. His journey led him to a city where voodoo ran deeper than blood. Laissez upon fear, the Crescent City, New Orleans. Bourbon Street, with its neon lights and the intoxicating scent of gumbo, was a world away from the gritty streets of Detroit. Jack had come here seeking answers, seeking a way to break the curse that bound him to LeClaire's level of will. He wandered through the vibrant chaos of the natural world. Tinkle, 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 where jazz music filled the air. And fortune tellers beckoned with promises of glimpses into the unknown. Tingle so hard. Jack had one destination in mind. A small, inconspicuous shop tucked away on a narrow side street. As he stepped inside, the air grew heavy with the scent of incense. Shelves lined with voodoo dolls, potions and candles filled his vision. Shop's owner, a woman with piercing eyes and a presence that seemed to command the spirits themselves, looked up from behind the counter. "You seek answers, detective," she said. Her voice was low and melodious. She had been expecting him. Jack nodded, his eyes never leaving hers. "I need to break a voodoo curse, one that's been plaguing me for far too long." The woman studied him for a moment before beckoning him closer. "Sit," she said, pointing to a chair beside the counter. "Tell me everything." And so Jack recounted the tale of Antoine LeClaire, the voodoo mobster, and the curse that had bound him to the darkness. The woman listened intently, her fingers tapping a rhythm on the counter. You are not the first to seek my help in breaking a voodoo curse. This curse is strong, detective. And breaking it will not be easy. Leclerc has quite the reputation, to say the least. I'll do whatever it takes. Detroit is counting on me. Very well, detective. To break the curse, you must confront Leclerc himself. Only then can his power over you be shattered. Jack knew that this was the path he had to follow, no matter how perilous it might be. Where can I find him? One leaned in close, with voice barely above a whisper. Claire's heart lies in the bayous of South Louisiana. Down on the bayou, in a place where the line between the living and the dead is thin. Of course, you must know by now he's lured you here through a curse. Why doesn't that surprise me? Only your will, determination that prevails. Goodness in you, Mr. Callahan. With newfound hope and a sense of purpose, Jack left the ship. His journey far from over. He knew that confronting Antoine Leclerc would be a battle like no other. A battle where the whisperers in the Motor City would finally find their swords. I'm starving, haven't eaten all day. I always forget to eat. Lizzie. That's some good replay material here. How you doing, Johnny? Great to see you. I mean, I wrote this in, I don't know, 5-6 hours, so. Yesterday. It's captivating, like surviving another night and dreading dawn. What happens in the dawn? Well, you know what they say, it's darkest before dawn. So, one more chapter. Grand finale. Like page and a half, I think. Get ready to go down into the bayou, to the bayou. C'est ça, couillon, Jack Callahan. You got the gray and you. Cool, let me tell you. You talking about some yum yum. A little bajor de poulet cream. Ooh, when I was a junior, my papa take me down to the butchery where they slaughter the hog, you know. Detective Jack Callahan's journey had led him into the heart of the Cajun country. A place where voodoo magic and dark secrets intertwine like ivy in a haunted swamp. There's a score of a 94-year-old Cajun named Thibodeau paddled a weathered canoe down the tea-covered water. The man spoke very little English. Kimmy scuttle, 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 Kimmy scuttle, 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 scuttle. It's Manic Mouth. Manic tingle, tingle, tingle. Chicka raw. The man spoke very little English. Say ça, couillon, my Detroit friend. Huh? Replied Callahan.
You must have the Greekery in you.
Callahan wasn't sure what he meant, but as each paddle caressed the water, the whispers in the Motor City grew more insistent. As if they were going into the weighted showdown. Tingle, 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 tingle. The moon hung low in the Louisiana sky. Oh, the moon hung low in the Louisiana night sky, casting eerie shadows over the murky waters. Fireflies danced in the humid air, and the sounds of unseen creatures echoed in the swamps. Jack felt a shiver run down his spine, but he couldn't turn back now. He come to confront Antoine LeClaire and break the curse that bound him. Motion. Oh, grow, 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 grow. In the heart of the bayou, they found a clearing where the air was heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy with the scent of an ancient magic. Candles flickered on makeshift altars, and the symbols of voodoo were etched into the very earth. And there, standing in the center of it all, was Antoine LeClaire. LeClaire's eyes gleamed with fire as he greeted Jack.
Ah, Detective Callahan, you finally come to play.
And Jack clenched his fists with the weight of the voodoo curse still lingering. This ends now, LeClaire. The Motor City won't bow to your darkness.
You can't stop me, detective. I'm the master of this realm. You put a part in my grand design.
The wave of his hand, LeClaire summoned the very elements to do his bidding. The bio came alive with voodoo magic. Trees twisted and contorted, and the waters rose like a serpent ready to strike. Jack was in the midst of a battle that defied reason. Against a foe who controlled the very forces of nature. Jack had come prepared. From his trench coat, he withdrew a voodoo doll, an exact replica of LeClaire himself. Pins in hand, he plunged them into the doll, each pin representing a shred of the mobster's power. LeClaire's eyes widened with shock as he felt his own magic turning against him.
What have you done?
Learned a thing or two about voodoo, LeClaire. You underestimated the darkness. Your power over me's broken. Final act of willpower. Jack plunged the last pin into the voodoo doll, and LeClaire's grip on the bio shattered. The forces of darkness that had held him captive for so long were dispelled into the night. The voodoo magic swirled underneath him. Tempest of power and darkness. Jack had broken free from LeClaire's curse. The mobster was determined to gain control. Fate of both Detroit and New Orleans hung in the balance. And the whispers in the Motor City seemed to hold their collective breath. LeClaire's voice hissed with anger as he summoned the full extent of his voodoo powers. The bayou responded. Trees bent and creaked, and the waters rose like a tidal wave. Jack knew that he faced an opponent unlike any other, master of mystical arts. Jack had something LeClaire did not. Burning determination to protect the Motor City, free it from the grip of darkness. With every ounce of his willpower, Jack focused on the voodoo doll he held in his hand. The doll represented Antoine LeClaire. Although LeClaire poked his doll too, and it certainly hurt, Jack plunged his own pins into the straw replica of LeClaire, piercing through cobwebs wrapped around the doll, each pin a symbol of the mobster's malevolent power. As he did, you could see the pain and confusion on LeClaire's face as his own magic turned against him. LeClaire's desperate cries echoed through the bayou, but he was powerless to stop Jack's relentless assault on the voodoo doll. One final decisive thrust. Jack plunged the last pin into the doll, and the shockwave of energy rippled through the clearing. The voodoo magic that held the bio in its thrall shattered like a fragile illusion. Trees straightened, waters calmed, and the moonlight proclaimed its serene glow. Whispers in the Motor City had finally found their souls. Detroit was free from haunted grief. As the dawn broke over the bayou, Jack turned to leave, knowing that his mission was complete. The Motor City was safe once more, and the voodoo conspiracy had been laid to rest. The end. Okay, Scully. That wasn't that interesting. How you doing, Kimmy Kins? And homegrown, welcome, emotion. Welcome to the show. Chaka. Easy, pop. Get much contested. Whispers in the Motor City, written by Scully. Yeah, it's Nora Ska. Stock Explorer. Anna tingle, Anna tingle. Thank you. You liked it, Kimmy? That's Detective Jack Callahan meets the New Orleans voodoo Antoine Leclerc. I mean, I guess it could have a sequel. I don't know. Let's play the emotional mess. Thank you. Love the inspiration everywhere. Thank you. Big hand from Janica. Thank you, Janica. Kimmy Kins is dancing. That was good, says Anna. Big hand from Izzy. I can't wait to look at your writing, man. You ever been to a real live voodoo ceremony? Nope. Don't think I want to. Don't know about that. I was trying to make the art for this stuff, and I kept telling it to make a voodoo doll with pins piercing the, I tried a bunch of things, and just couldn't figure it out. And I finally said, well, make me a voodoo doll that looks like a pin cushion. And it started to produce some things, and I said, give it a Detroit background at night. But I mean, those things are uncanny with what they can produce, but you have to know how to give it the right prompt. So, yeah, from about 12 years ago. That's cool. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We'll produce it up real nice, Anna. Yeah, that sounds real good. I've been getting into writing these short stories lately, so I put a few up. I can't even think of what we've done. I had the one where the minds merge with the machines, and I mean, it's all kind of somewhat in the horror genre,
But I mean, that doesn't mean I won't read classic things, whatever. I mean, I read screenplays, poems, songs. Sometimes you just gotta throw some paint on the wall. Fifth Light Bandit. What you got, bro? Let's see. Well, like you need to make some more videos, maybe. You got a cool name anyway. Look who got that. That was great. Izzy. Thank you, dude. Kimmy, you got a membership. Those emojis in the chat, Kimmy. How you doing, Fifth Light Bandit? Sweet. I will send more when I get the PDFs. You got more stories, you mean? Yeah, I hear that, Bandit. I don't know, might consider doing a faceless channel. I don't always show my face. But, just kind of, I would think in terms of whatever hobbies you like, do something around that. Because you never know, you turn your hobby into the business and make money from it. But, oh, yeah, I got to get to those emojis. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. I mean, you have to, that old saying, kick you in the shins. You almost have to harass me. I don't mind. If y'all want me to read something, send it over to Jayscullybooks at Gmail and harass the hell out of me. I mean, oh my God. Yeah, man. If you need some help, like anything, Bandit, like channel art, Izzy Pop, and me, Scully's House of Thrills, we can help you with that. Thumbnails, channel art. I work a lot with Leonardo and KineMaster editing. So I worked up a little appetite in here tonight. I forgot to tell y'all, I made some vegetable beef soup tonight, so I've already had a little bit of that. It's kind of always a pump you up kind of food, And I don't know how you make vegetable beef soup, but down here in the South we use hamburger meat. I've heard, or no, maybe that's spaghetti, that some people put roast beef in their spaghetti. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know, Kimmy, are you hungry too? I mean, I feel like my appetite is like raving right now. I don't know. I tend to try to stay away from like too much like gluten or dough and things like that, but I made another banner for John Boys. Oh, cool. Hey, I wonder what he's up to tonight. He's probably too late for him. I think he gets up crack of dawn. He's very religious about doing his artwork. The story is not perfect. I just was bored one day and it popped into my head. It can maybe use some work. I'll look at it, Anna. If I have any suggestions, I'll collaborate with you, before we could, do production or whatever. You too, okay. Yes, Jen's like, I'm out of here. Any meat left over in the fridge at the end of the week, I make spaghetti with. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a lot of times we got stuff in our fridge just going bad, and trying to get better about that too. Food is to be enjoyed, indulged once in a while. It's good for the soul. Yeah, most of the time I eat for the energy these days anyway. I mean, don't feel bad for me. When I was younger, I got to go out to eat all the time and pamper myself, so... Oh man, my stomach's like, fuck you, man, shut the fuck up. Get off, let's go eat. No, I'm picking. I got a high. Well, I used to. Maybe it's slowing down, but I've always had a high metabolism. We go out to eat. By the time we leave the restaurant, I've done digested half my food. Eating mater sandwich. There you go. With salt and pepper. Big old fat mater. And some bunny bread and a big old fat mater on there. Yeah, and Bandit, we do brainwash you with the emotional mess song over here. So if you can't get it out of your head,
enjoy what you're eating. Savor the taste. Take the time to enjoy.
mine grew tomatoes red as hell. Oh, cool. Red like an apple, huh? Oh, well, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Finding time to come over. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night, but probably Saturday night. Yup. You're welcome, Kimmy. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being a great moderator. There are 12 moderators at Scully's House of Thrillers now, and just as part of the ecosystem, it's going to remain that way unless anything major changes. So, yeah, it's what you doing?
Ska. Yeah, it's Modio Vlogs.
Great to see you. We read something that I wrote tonight called Whispers in the Motor City. It's sort of a thriller in Detroit. I hope that Mr. Sean Gorman gets to see the replay. Shout out Mr. Sean Gorman, big supporter of the channel. Everybody say hey to Sean in case he gets to see the chat and the replay. I know a lot of y'all have been gifted memberships from him, so. And oh, by the way, check your membership status if you have a milestone you can put in chat tonight. I know some of y'all's got gifted, kind of fell off this past month, but hey, you know how it goes. I think overall the membership thing works well for YouTube, although I think they should let you pick like who you want to give them to, but you know, what do I know? Remember to bounce which side of that mic I talk on, get a crick in my neck. Ugh. Yeah, for those that you don't know, I do have a couple of novels that I wrote. Kimmy just dropped the link in there. Thank you. And there is in a playlist of narrations of my first novel at any rate. I'm going to probably read the other one too before too long. Yeah, it's random. It usually goes to who's active in the chats. Yeah. Crazy looking voodoo dolls. I don't know. That's what it came up with. somebody told me that real voodoo dolls got cobwebs on them and stuff. Yeah, I smell something too, Johnny. It's probably my vegetable beef soup down there. Pump me up. Well, now that we've got you brainwashed, let's go ahead and close out the show with a video that Izzy made for me. The wonderful Izzy Pop. She is one of our moderating managers over here at Scully's House of Thrillers. And we appreciate everything that she does. Let's see if I can find that. Y'all ready? There we go.
I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels and other works in the public domain and submissions from people like you. So buckle up. It's quite the ride, and we'll see you on the other side. Ska, 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 ska.